How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. I am very appreciative by the fact that you're watching, and here, hey, look, I have something to talk to you about. Alright? I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you. And this is the surprise. The Final Empire, first book in the Mistborn book series, written by Brandon Sanderson. And in this particular video, I want to argue, and I want to argue from a deep, from a place of passion, why you should read it. Okay? You with me? All right. Now, I'm not going to really be taxing you in any way whatsoever. First, wait. I'm not going to tax you in any way, okay? I will not recommend you the whole book series, okay? I will just recommend you the first one. And this is why I will recommend you the first one, because mostly these books are big. These are dunkers. These are really thick books. And this means recommending someone the whole thing is really just asking them for too much. However, I will argue why you should read this book. First one is actually going to sound like a negative. Brandon Sanderson writes limited characters. What does that mean? Okay, what that means is the fact that Brandon Sanderson's characterization is so good, it makes limited, flat, simple characters extremely in-depth. Vin, for instance, the main protagonist of this particular book series, is really not someone you would say is like Shakespearean in terms of like complexity as a character. However, she is very simple. But much like, for instance, Reoden from Elantris, which is written also by Brandon Sanderson, or Kaladin, The Way of Kings, the Stormlight Archive, written by Brandon Sanderson, all of these particular protagonists, they are very simple. And Vin, the main protagonist of this story, is very simple character. However, because Brandon Sanderson is a genius when it comes to characterization and taking whatever few complexities a character has and just establishing that little trait all the way, makes him such a good author when it comes to making his characters, even though they are not complex, deep, right? He makes his characters deep, and he makes them with characterization, right? He makes them deep with characterization. And this happens over and over and over in Brandon Sanderson's career. I think this is Brandon Sanderson's one of if not the most, but the second or the third most powerful trait Brandon Sanderson has, which is taking simple characters and making them really complicated. And I think someone agreed with me on this one, and it comes from Natalie R. She says, my bartender recommended it to me after my major complaint about Fiesta was underrated women. Loved Vin. She was written so well. The magic was so cool too, so well imagined. Okay, if you really want a protagonist who is simple to understand, yet extremely deep and easy to get into and to follow, and that will take you into a world that is really complicated and amazing and well structured and well built, you will love this particular story. Now, let's talk about the magic system of Brandon Sanderson. This man has never made an awful magic system. He is the best fantasy author when it comes to creating magic systems. You will love his magic systems. There is no getting around it. You have to love his magic systems. Okay, maybe you will hate the fact that his magic systems oftentimes are very structured, very raw, I would say hard-boiled, like mathematics. His magic systems, there's very little mystery element, there's very little fantastical element, but I'm not a fan of the fantastical magic. So I love, and I hope that you also love that, the fact that Brandon Sanderson's magic systems are so well developed and so well realized. And there were so many people who agreed with me on this particular one. It is actually generic to praise Brandon Sanderson's magic systems. That is how good Brandon Sanderson's magic systems are. It is generic. At this point, if you're anything, versed in fantasy communities, it is generic to praise his magic systems. Whitney Steele, for instance, says the ingenuity of the magic mechanics and how thorough his storytelling or slash universe is. The whole series took my breath away. I read all the books in a week. I recommended them to everyone. She is a beast. She read all the books in a week. Whoo, dude, that is a record. I'm not sure, maybe someone out there read it in a day. I can't say for sure, but a week is a madness. Congratulations. But you understand what I'm talking about. The man's magic systems is really well beloved. Even others have said similar things, which is coming from Red Wizard. He, she, they, whatever says, love it. Currently reading book 2. It's what got me back into fantasy. Also, the magic system is ace. Okay, see, like the magic system is really amazing. And then, Sarah McKnight says, I love that it's a new take on magic. It dabbles in concepts of creation and higher powers that are woven throughout the series without it being shoved right in your face. And Brandon always carries such rich and deep characters. Understand this particular last comment. Brandon carries deep characters, all right? So not necessarily complex, but deep characters that are very beautiful. But I want to get back to the comment by Red Wizard when they say, it's got me back into fantasy. This is very crucial because Elantris, Mistborn, the Stormlight Archive, and all of the other Cosmic books are some of the hardest books to put down. Once Brandon Sanderson got you, if he has you by the first prologue, you will never let go. He will never let go of you. Literally, he's like, like his writing is like, it takes over you. It's like, oh my God, I'm having an exam, but I'm thinking about what will happen to Rayoden in Elantris, right? So it's really tough to put down Brandon Sanderson's books. And if you have, currently been in a reading ditch or like, slog, definitely try this book. The Final Empire, you will love it. It's really amazing. Some other things you will notice as you will read this book is the fact that the world building in the story is very in-depth. It's very rich. It's not unique in the sense that, the world is like, wow, we have never seen something like this. But the premise of the story, it follows Finn and there's a heist story and it's really amazing. You will love it. The final thing I want to talk about is how the negatives of Brandon Sanderson, which are oftentimes out there, such as his bros and all of those things, are really not things that I would consider negatives anymore. I used to actually consider the fact that Brandon Sanderson's bros is passable at best and negative, but over the years, I've actually come to change my opinion on this. In fact, I think I changed my opinion like just about 2-3 weeks ago, which is I realized because Brandon Sanderson does not focus on the pros so much, he gets to focus on what he's really well known for. And here's the catch, here's the kicker, here's the money, and I hope that this will be the money for you. Whatever Brandon Sanderson does well, he does it phenomenally well. There are so many authors out there, and I'm sure you know this, there are so many authors out there that, generally speaking, they are good at one thing and jack of all trades in many other things. Brandon Sanderson is good in as far as I know, he's very good at creating deep characters, not complex but deep. Number 2, he's good at world building, and number 3, he's good with magic systems. I consider these 3 things about Brandon Sanderson to be like the 3 things he excels at, right? Now, if you really pay attention, you will notice that Brandon Sanderson is exceptionally good at those 3 things, and in other things, he's passable. This might be a problem for you. The bros will be jarring. The dialogue is, at times, it's going to be corny. At times, it's just going to kick you in the teeth, and that might put you off. But remember, whenever you're reading Brandon Sanderson, you should read him for these 3 things. And again, I really challenge you to go out there and find an author who does so many things correctly, right? So many things so well. And finally, just to rephrase the same thing once again, whatever Brandon Sanderson does well, he does it so well that you will barely not notice. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this particular, book. Go out there, man, or woman, or whatever, alien. I hope you're an alien. That would be awesome. What's up? So yeah, I don't know what that was, but go ahead, pick up the Final Empire. It's going to be one of the fastest, biggest reads in your life. In other words, it's a very chunky book, and you're gonna eat through it very quickly. So good luck, have fun, enjoy yourself, and hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you found any value in it, please consider subscribing. I wanna provide more content for you. So if you want something, let me know. I will most likely cover it. because not many people ask me for topics to cover. So if you want me to cover something, let me know, and I will be sure to get to it. I appreciate you. God bless you, and have a nice day.